Good morning, creative companions. It's 11:01, and here we are. It's good to be here. I'm glad you guys came. So we have some people here in person. I'm in a brand action needed close. Oh my goodness. I don't know why it said that. Anyway, hi. So start off right away by taking some deep breaths. It's good to be here. I'm going to get comfortable with my camera and give you guys time to get your things. So you're going to need a piece of blank paper. Hold the things up that you'll need. If you brought your own, great, and there's extras there on the table. So you'll need a piece of blank paper. Colored paper is fine if you have that. You'll need a marker or a lot of different colors of markers. Fine point marker is what we're looking for today. You will need a pair of scissors and a book or surface or table to put your paper on when we get to the part of drawing on it. So could you hand me one of those cardboards on? So if there's some cardboard paintings laying there if you need that for like a table surface, to have as a surface. So this is Creative Companions, where we're all believing mirrors for one another. I believe in you and your growth and your progress as a human being. Human being, as River says. We're all just little human beings. My inner being, higher self, is who we're trying to learn to rely on. That higher being. The higher self, the one that knows that it knows that it knows, which I completely fell into the abyss and lost touch with in the past 2 weeks. And I, for a minute there, thought, I've been doing all these self-care things that we talk about, journaling, meditating, yoga, for years and years and years and years and years on it. I don't need to anymore. I got this. I found out. I learned something. I can't go long without doing those things. It gets really dark for me. And I've said before, we are all creative beings. We all have this amazing imagination station. And it is so essential to become the master of your mind. Because if you allow it to run amok as a creative person and go into the dark, it'll be real creative there. And I can scare the shit out of myself. And I choose not to. It's just a matter of how long do I stay there scaring myself. And this time I stayed there for a while, man. I didn't want to do nothing, see nobody, do any of the things that I said I wanted to do with my life. I didn't want to do them anymore. I cried a lot. But I also realized, it's a cleansing. Change is also occurring, and change brings angst. And I always find that interesting about being a human. Change is the only thing that I have found that is absolutely guaranteed. It's going to happen. It's going to change. Whatever it is, change it's constant. We're in motion. It's fluid, But we resist change. I see myself resisting change for my own good. I know that doing such and such is leading me to my highest good. I also see this, I don't know, maybe it's the bratty child part of myself that jumps up and goes, wah, and throws a fit. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. So I have gone back to all those self-care tools, as if I have to save my life, and that's it. I do, to save my life and to be able to live the life that I want to live, the one that when I'm feeling good, that I know is possible for me. Then when it gets dark, I have to be able to grab on and do these self-care tools. So I've been writing in my journal a lot. I've been sharing my these little ones. This has been great. The morning marker meditation. And I've been doing these after my journal writing, and then I've been being very conscious of what I'm hearing. And so after I write my journal in quiet, I turn on Freedom Family Band Ho'oponopono. If you haven't heard it, check it out. Freedom Family Band, Hopono Ono. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. It's that over and over. It's a beautiful song. So I sometimes listen to that while I do this. Sometimes I listen to Abraham Hicks, and that's been helping me a lot. And then just like get out all the colors and see what happens. And so I've been doing these for like, 40 some days already, and it's so fun. And it's just another form of meditation, another, and like noticing the on the marker meditations especially, noticing the I don't know, the draw to go do something else, to not finish it. Like, I've been sitting here too long. Well, too long for what? Too long for who? What else do you got to do? There's nothing as important as taking care of you. There's nothing more important that you have to do than take care of you. That is true. I have found that to be true. And like you as young moms out there, you think you don't have time to take care of yourself because you got all them kids to take care of. You can't be the best you can be unless you take care of you first. So find time to take that nap. Find time to take that walk. Ask for the help that you need. Boy, that's a hard one, ain't it? So getting right into it today, aren't we? I wonder if anybody's with us. Let's see if I can see the comments. Where's my glasses? So gather your things. Get comfortable where you are. We're going to be here for about an hour. There's the comments window. Let's see here. Oh, yes, good. We have some people listening and watching. So gather your things. Gather your breath. One of the basic tools, and there my phone suddenly appears, that we use in Creative Companions is meditation. And we do a different meditation every week in hopes that you will find one that really resonates with you and that you'll make that part of your practice. Because it's all just a practice. We're just practicing. So we're practicing taking care of our artist self in Creative Companions and believing in that part of ourself that just wants to be seen and heard. That's it, be seen and heard. So we meditate to relax every part of our being, our physical body. You can start taking some deep breaths with me now. And that's one way to meditate, is simply focus on elongating your breath and breathing in through your nose, even pausing there at the top, and then breathing out through your mouth. Getting used to hearing that sound of your breath elongating. Kind of like the sound of the ocean. Waves coming in and going out. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable there. Today we're going to do a guided meditation. I'm going to read it to you. It's my favorite. It's from the book Finding Your Way Home by Melody Beattie. I love this book so much. And just keep breathing. And feel your feet on the ground. Feel your body relax into the chair. Just let your hands rest in your lap and just keep breathing. All you have to do for this meditation is just continue to follow your breath and listen and relax. Get into your body. It's a good place to live. It's a good place to be. So is this beautiful planet Earth. Take a deep breath now. Inhale. Hold that breath for a moment. Exhale. Take 2 more deep breaths on your own. Now, using your imagination, picture on the top of your head an opening, like the aperture on a camera. This opening may have been shut for a while, but now you're going to let it open wide. See it opening into a large circle at the top of your crown. Now picture the light from 1,000 stars blending into one single strand of light that comes down from the heavens and through that opening in the top of your crown. See that silvery white strand of starlight go all the way down from your crown, down through your spine, then split into 2 strands of light that go out through your feet. As the light passes from your feet into the earth, visualize the light turning from silver into a beautiful golden light. See that golden strand of starlight go deep into the earth, all the way to her heart. You are connected to her. You are being fed with light from the heavens, and now you're feeding that energy to her. This is a generous thing to do. Now as you inhale, see the light returning from the heart of the earth. See it coming back up through your feet, through your spine, through your crown, and returning to the heavens and to the stars from where it came. Breathe and sit for a few moments and let this energy pass through you. Back and forth, back and forth. Let the energy from the heavens feed you with the light from 1,000 stars, blended into a single strand that passes through you. Let this energy feed the earth. Then receive the energy back from the earth. You are a transmitter of energy between heaven and earth, and between earth and heaven. Allow this energy to support, nurture, vitalize, and harmonize with one another. Let all of these energies vitalize and harmonize with you. On that note, allow the opening at the top of your head to close, and know that whenever you need to, you can open it wide up and feed yourself and Mother Earth with the single strand of light woven from the light of 1,000 stars. And you can feed yourself in the heavens with the golden light from the earth. Relax for a moment. Take 3 deep breaths. And remember who you are. You are a being of infinite intelligence and light in a constant state of perfection. When you rise and return to your life, let your feet take you where you need to go, and allow your voice to say what you need to say. Remember, you're the connecting point, that magical place where heaven meets earth. Take a deep breath in and open your eyes and be here now, in this moment, in this place. Know that you are a unique connecting point of where heaven meets earth, and through you shines a unique being and light. And that's what we're talking about in Creative Companions, is just honoring that you, who you are. We're working with You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, and today we're going to be talking about Chapter 3. Maybe some of you have read Chapter 3 this week. Chapter 3 is called Where Does It Come From? It says, the past has no power over me. So before we delve into that, let's take our sheet of paper and our marker and draw, since we just talked about starlight and being that place where the stars all come together and we're all made up of stardust, let's draw the biggest star we can draw on our piece of paper. So the biggest star you can make on there. Don't worry about it being neat or anything. I'm just going to make a giant star myself. However you do yours is fine. They'll all be different, so this is fun too, and just seeing how unique we are. So we're going to work on this similar project, though ours all will be different. So that's what my star looks like. Now we're just going to cut it out. So just cut along that edge and cut out your star. So a lot of what we talk about in Creative Companions is that voice within, that, and learning to listen to the chatter that goes on in our mind, and learning to ask, is that thought serving us well, or is it not? And if it's not, how do we replace it with a thought that serves us well? And meditation, the idea with meditation is coming to a place of non-thought. And I realized a long time ago, I would much rather have no thought at all than a negative thought. Thoughts have power. Just watch and see. Watch how your feelings change as the thoughts change. How being in your body is different when you're anxious or scared, or when you're joyful. And we have learned that being scared feels a lot the same as being anxious, as being excited in the body. So a lot of times when I'm going to do something new and I start having that feeling, and I start telling myself, oh, I'm anxious, I'm scared. No, you're not. You're excited. You're excited to move towards that thing that you want. That's not fear that you feel. And then I thought the other day, I'm not scared. That's sacred. I've been reading it wrong. It's not scared, it's sacred. All right, so while you finish cutting your stars, I'm just going to read you a little bit before I get you started on the next part, to give you an idea what this chapter is about. So, I'm just going to read you this first part. We've gone through a lot of stuff, and we've sifted through what we thought the problem was. Now we've come up with what I believe the problem is, and that is we feel not good enough, and there's a lack of self-love. From the way I look at life, if there's any problem, then this has to be true. So let's look at how this became a belief. How did we go from being a tiny baby who knows that perfection of itself and of life to being a person who has problems, who knows the perfection of itself and life? How did it go from that to being a grown person who feels unworthy, unlovable to one degree or another? So if you're someone who already loves yourself, you can love yourself even more. So think of a rose from the time it's a tiny bud. As it opens to a full flower until the last petal falls, it is always beautiful. It is always changing. And so it is with us. We're always beautiful and ever changing. We're beautiful in our imperfection. We're doing the best we can with our understanding, awareness, awkwardness, knowledge, whatever. As we gain more understanding, awareness, and knowledge, we'll do things differently. So now's the time to examine our past a bit more and take a look at the beliefs that have been running us. And she asks us here to do some really hard stuff. And if you read the chapter this week, it might have, these things might have made you angry. Asking us to look at, where does that come from? Did our parents say things to us that we held on to? One that I realized was, if you laugh too loud, you're going to get in trouble. Don't yell, they're going to get you. Don't have your feelings. My sister used to say they're coming to take you away. These are things that stick. They may not, that doesn't even really mean anything, but we play that over and over maybe in our heads in times that we're feeling bad. So She asked us to write down all those things, and I'm not going to ask you to even think about those things right now, because it's really digging up some stuff to write down all those negative messages that you got that made you feel not good enough. So what we're going to do with our stars is we're going to just counter that. So I have been doing these stars for quite some time, you see, and I hang them in my art room, and it's interesting to look at the differences in them. So you're going to write I, comma, and you have the side with your lines on. You can use the plain side so that you don't have any lines on it from when you drew your star, and decide what you want the top and the bottom to be of your star. You know, mine's a fun shape, like, I don't know, I think I'll go this way with it. So you're going to write I, comma, your name, and I use my child name, so I'm going to say I, Kimmy Sue. And you can write that as fancy as you want to. You know, we're learning to take our time with our artist self. We got a whole hour to color on this star. So we can write everything on here in a different color if we want to. We can write it as big, as little, as sloppy, as neat, as whatever. So I, Kimmy Sue, am dot, dot, dot. So as we talk today, you might hear words, you might right away come up with a word that, you know, for me, I've been saying in Creative Companions, and we found through polishing the mirror, the phrase, I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. That's my favorite right now. So I'm going to start with that. I am loving awareness. And I'm just going to write that really pretty and take my time. I am awesome. I am amazing. I am flexible. I'm grounded. I'm at peace in the now. I encourage you to share in the comments ones that you're writing, and that helps all of us. This is just learning to retrain our brain. And I'll tell you, when it got dark for me this week, part of it was I was moving. I moved out of the Dragonfly, y'all, and I moved into Aubrey's attic for now. So I have an artist loft, and it is amazing, and I love it. And as I was moving, though, I was going through my things, and that felt really good too, to reconnect with my things. And I found some of my stars, and I wasn't feeling very good about myself. So then I read, I, Kim Keffer, am love. I, Kim Keffer, am a light in the dark. I am abundant. I'm blessed. I'm a goddess. That's right. You know, and you remember. I said to somebody last week, shoot, I forgot I was an artist till I got up there in those boxes in the attic and saw that art. So that's the other thing, not taking time to create. Thank goodness I started doing the marker little meditations, because that's led me back to the canvas too. So whatever your instrument is, if you haven't been practicing it, it misses you. Your guitar misses you. Your voice misses you if you're not singing. I got to hear Aubrey singing the other day. I don't know if she knew I heard her, but I was upstairs, she was downstairs, and she was belting it out. It was good. I am a spirit being human. I'm graceful, lovable, alive, alert, and aware. These I like to say to myself often. Alive, alert, and aware. Here now, here now, here now, here now. Last time on in our journals, we described our now. To be grateful in the now. You know, and so as we're looking and examining our past thoughts that have hindered us, she talks next in the book about blame. Blame is one of the surest ways to stay in the problem. In blaming another, we're giving our power away. It's imperative for our freedom to understand that our parents and our friends who said things that stuck in our little brains were doing the best they could too, with the understanding that they had. Whenever we blame someone else, we're not taking responsibility for ourselves. That was the other thing I saw about myself this week. I don't want to be responsible for myself. I don't want to. I want somebody else to do it for me. I want somebody else to carry the things. I want somebody else to feed me. Like, I want somebody else to put me in the tub. Meh. But I did it all for myself and felt better for it, you know? So, yeah. And the only thing our parents could teach us are things that they knew, you know? So we got to forgive them for the things that they didn't. She says you can't forgive yourself till you forgive your parents. If you demand perfection from them, you will demand perfection from yourself. You will be miserable all your life. Man, this one is like a punch in the face to me a little bit. I don't want to be miserable all my life. I don't want to be miserable at all, you know? So I really do forgive everybody, everything. I've been working on that. Now, she says next that we choose our parents to learn the things that we want to learn, that we make this conscious choice before we came here. I don't know what y'all think about that. I don't know what I think about that. But there's that to think about. So, yeah, and as a being who loves yourself and came here to learn stuff, you made good choices for yourself. And you continue to make good choices for yourself that are specific to you and to what you came here to do and came here to learn. You know, and then she talks about like the other kids at school. Do you still run any of those things through your head that people said to you? Like maybe they called you mean names. Here, I'm going to be real honest. So she said my last name was Looney, so the kids called me Lunatic. That's what she says. Well, my last name was Keffer, so the kids called me Heifer. So, moo. Whatever. They also called me Bubble Butt. I don't know. I don't have a bubble butt anymore, I don't think. But I realized, like, even in my 30s and 40s, sometimes when I would look in the mirror, I would hear those things, those negative things that people said to me. And it made it, like, really hard to be confident and go out there in the world and shine, you know? So it's essential that we look at this. Donna says we did create this journey. We create every part of it, right? The future's already here. So here's something. We're all here to transcend our early limitations, whatever they were. So in this moment, we've already transcended any of it, you know? In this moment, we're fine. We're here. We're here to recognize our own magnificence and divinity, no matter what anyone told us. So you have your negative beliefs to overcome, and I have mine. I am peaceful now. I am centered and grounded. I am connected. I am aware. I am learning and growing. Anybody else want to shout any words I haven't thought of yet for our stars? How your star is coming, everybody.
A blessing.
I'm a blessing, yes. Oh, there's the timer. Facebook changed everything. I'm a blessing. I'm creative. Let's see what else I have on mine.
I put full of life because it fits me.
I'm full of life. Aubrey's full of life. Aubrey is with child.
Yeah.
I am wise. I am seeking.
December 7th.
December 7th, Aubrey's due to have her baby. I know.
A boy.
It's a boy baby. We're so excited. Here's a good one. I am a success story in action. I am healthy. I am healthy.
Conscious.
I am conscious. I remember working real hard to learn how to spell that one.
I put grounded too.
I am an inspiration. I am one. I am faithful. You know, just fill your stars up with as many words as you can. Make it beautiful for yourself. And that was fun too, setting up a new room for myself and making it beautiful for myself. Why? Because treating myself as a precious object makes it so. That's like our theme that we come back to over and over again. If I were treating myself as a precious object, how would I treat myself? Or treating myself as a precious being, how would I treat myself? Or another good one is, I love myself, therefore I eat healthy foods. I love myself, therefore I make sure I get plenty of sleep. So just learning different ways to talk to ourselves. And all you ever have to do is breathe. Are you still breathing? Take some deep breaths to simply notice if it feels different in your body now than it did when we first sat down together. I know I feel much more at ease. Peaceful, easy feeling, yes. That's what I'm looking for. Peaceful, easy feeling. What does Chandra say? Imagine your belly button as water, and you want to still those waters. And as you imagine your waters being still, because we're all water, so too the waters of everyone and the planet. That's a beautiful image. I am persistent. I like that about me. By the way, because I have seen over and over that this persistence pays off. I stay focused, even when it gets dark. I remember eventually I am focused. I am in awe. I like to be that way too. In awe of the world, seeing the world through the eyes of a child. I am in awe of the fact that I'm in my daughter's house and my daughter is expecting her first baby. And Mercedes is here with her husband Mark, and Willow is sleeping on the couch, and my beautiful glass art is behind me, and it looks so nice there. And I just feel so successful as a mom to get to be in my daughter's life in a big way right now. So I hope your now is good. And one thing that we noticed and that I learned through being a photographer was you can find the good wherever you are. It is always present. It might just be the way the light is flickering on your coffee cup right now. It might be how your coffee tastes at the moment. It might be your friend's smile from across the room with the dimples. And just learning to look for the good. Sometimes when it would get really dark for me in my depression, I keep a piece of paper in the kitchen by the coffee pot that said good stuff. And as I noticed a good thing that day, I would write it down to see how many good things I could collect. We made good stuff jars too together, didn't we? And Magic says I am whole. That's a good one. The good stuff jar is a great thing. Keep your good stuff jar by your bed and daily write something on there that happened today. It's just another way that we're retraining our brains. We talked about like finding something that you haven't seen for a while and going, and we had said a red tricycle. Remember that, Moon and Magic? And then that's next day or something, we saw the red tricycle where up in the attic. Well, I want y'all to know I rode it around the attic the other day, and I'm short enough that I can still ride that red tricycle. And that's my tricycle from when I was a child. So that was fun. Here's a good one. I am a force to be reckoned with. I, Kimmy Keffer, am a force to be reckoned with, whatever that means. I am positive. I am strong. I'm also soft. I said that too, living outside like I have for so long, and now living in creature comforts for 2 weeks. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying being so comfortable. And I don't have to prove how tough I am anymore. I already did that. But if I want to, I know I can, But I'm enjoying some ease and comfort right now. And that is good. Trustworthy. I am trustworthy. You may also write on your star these ways that you want to be. I am graceful. I am prosperous. Maybe that you don't feel that you quite have got that one yet. And that's okay. You can say that to yourself. Like days that maybe I wake up with the blues, I can say to myself, I am happy, I am happy, I am happy. happy. I'm happy. Really deep down, I am happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Um, it does change. What we are saying to ourselves affects how we are shining and presenting to the world. My one friend, Alex, used to say, as he would leave your presence for the day, he didn't say goodbye. He would always say, remember, the friendlier you are to the world, the friendlier the world is to you. And this is true. This is true. I am open. Now, I also noticed that difference. You know, I've worked a lot on don't want my heart to close, though I've had so many traumas and wah. Yeah, stuff has happened. I don't want to be bitter. I don't want my heart to be closed. But so often you just want to cocoon up and close it up and close it up and close it up and shut everybody out. And so I practice pulling my shoulder blades together and feeling comfortable like that. And maybe I can feel comfortable like that, like here in my home. But can I feel comfortable like that when I walk into Walmart? Because usually when I walk in there, it's so noisy and it's nah. But if I walk in like that and notice, just simply notice how the people respond to me differently than when I walk like that. It's a huge difference when you walk in fear or walk in love. Yeah, I'm sorry I let fear in, and I'm sorry I let fear lead for a few days recently. But I forgive myself, and I'm glad to be back in light. I'm just a spirit being you. And oh, here's one. I'm a hoot. I'm a hoot. And that's okay. I'm slow, and that's okay too. I'm learning to be slower. Yeah. I'm growing. I'm peaceful. I'm self-sufficient. I'm in love now. There I was, madly in love in the middle of the living room. What you got, Aubrey? Calling you out.
I got love, blessed,
Loved, blessed,
abundance.
abundant. Good. You two want to shout anything out over there that you haven't heard us say yet?
A shielded maiden.
A shielded maiden. I
Queen.
like that.
A respecter of life.
Ah, respecter of life. I like that. Mm-hmm. A lover of life.
Disciplined creator.
Does anybody else like the sound of the marker going across the page? I do. I also like the sound of the brush going across the canvas when I paint. It makes different sounds depending on how you use it. I am joyful. I'm experiencing more and more and more joy. Like River said, we don't like red lights. We need more and more green lights. We need all the green lights. Me and Aubrey asked, River was asking for ideas of something to make with fruit recently, texting Aubrey and I, and we suggested she make a fruit salad, and she said, I can't do that. I don't have any lettuce. So, oh, I am eternal. I am forever. Blessed and lucky. I am perfectly imperfect. Ooh, I am stardust. So just, just like when we do our morning pages, which is one of our consistent tools that we use for our creative recovery, we've learned to just keep the hand moving across the page. The morning pages is 3 pages of brain drain, and just to keep the hand moving, just let it go, just write, write, write. And the same with this. Just keep coming back to I, Kimmy Sue, am, or I, Aubrey, am, and I am, and the next word that pops up, I am caring. I am patient. I am persistent. And just fill up your star. So every week in You Can Heal Your Life, she gives us a little meditation at the end. So coming back to your breath and just practicing the art of breathing and listening for a moment. Maybe even put your marker down for a minute. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. The past has no power over me because I am willing to learn and to change. I see the past as necessary to bring me to where I am today. I am willing to begin where I am right now to clean the rooms of my mental house. I know it does not matter where I start, so I now begin with the smallest and the easiest rooms. And in that way, I will see results quickly. I am thrilled to be in the middle of this adventure, for I know I will never go through this particular experience again. I am willing to set myself free. All is well in my world. All is well in my world. All is well in my world. So yeah, whatever you're going through and you think, oh, it's going to be like it was before. No, it's not. It's new. It's always new. You can only get different outcomes when you expect different outcomes and you think new things. It's never what it was. It's always new. This is the only life that you ever lived in this body that you're aware of. Ow, I'm getting a cramp in my foot. Yeah, we never been here before. You never done this before. So be gentle with yourself, you know, and when you get stuck on thinking it's going to be like the past, or being replaying tapes from the past, like my friend Bonnie stopped me mid, like I'm going to tell you my sad story over again. She stopped the car and said, hey, you already overcame all that. And isn't the sky pretty blue? Yes, that's better. That's better. So just be here now with yourself. You're a shining star. You can connect yourself to that energy from the heavens. And, you know, you might say, I don't believe in this stuff. Well, it doesn't take any belief. It's just an experiment. You're just trying stuff. You know what I mean? So your beliefs can change. I like to just try stuff and see what it feels like to me. And it feels good to me to stand and imagine that the light from a million stars is coming in the top of my head and going down through my body and feeding the earth. And that the Mother Earth, from her heart, golden light is coming back up and feeding me. And then we're all golden. I, Kimmy Sue, am golden. I need my gold marker. Yeah. You know, I also like to see that light just like inside, spinning around all the colors. You know, we're made up of all the colors. I mean, it's like, which color are you shining from today? Like, we did some ecstatic dance, me and my friends Moon, Magic, and Wolf, and that was really fun. And before we started dancing, Wolf said, like, we set an intention. What do you want to dance? Think of a word that you want to dance. I wanted to dance abundance. So, you know, like I found myself dancing a lot of scooping motions. Like I was scooping up all the abundance, you know, and like it got real tribal-like. And it was really, really fun. So having fun is essential. Daily work that into your self-care. Just something fun. I, Kimmy Sue, am fun. I am funny. Quite laughable even. Never pass up an opportunity to make your friends laugh. That's what I say. So yeah, so wonder what the next chapter is going to be about. We're going to read. Let's see. Chapter 4. Is it true? So yeah, I guess we're going to examine those thoughts that we have been listening to and behaving based on. We'll look at them and see if they're true for us. And interesting. Interesting getting to know ourselves, isn't it? I am worthy. I am grateful. I am whole. These are some words from our friends at home. So I'm glad you're all here now. I'm glad we all showed up today. Take some deep breaths if you forgot that you're supposed to be breathing. Whatever you're doing, wherever you get like spinning in a spiral, anytime you can stop and remember that all you have to do is breathe. Feel your feet, wiggle your toes. Everything's already all right. Everything's already all right. You can do this too. You can do the thing. You know, and you can also just be content in the now and spend like even a whole day just being content and not troubling your mind to figure it out, what to do next. You know, just like you were doing these art things, I hope you weren't struggling your brain to think of the next word. You were just letting them come. And I like to have like spirit guided days, you know. I don't have anything on the schedule today. No agenda, know where I have to be. So what if I just breathe and do the next thing, the next hit I get? Write another word on my star. Take a drink of coffee. Oh, call my friend I haven't talked to for a while. Whatever it is. And just let spirit guide you through your day and allow you to take care of you, especially if you're fussy and you're not feeling well. Allow you to take care of you. And like I will lay on the couch and like, oh, I'm so thirsty, and I'm just so thirsty. I really want to drink. Oh, I'm so thirsty. But like, oh, get up and go get a drink. You could take care of that in a second. And then I do, and then I go, see, now you feel better. You could even take the drink with you and sit it beside you. So next time you want a drink, it's right there. But literally, sometimes when you feel bad, you'll just sit there in that ball of feel bad. You know? So yeah, learn to just, and like the knowledge that there is always one thing you can do in the moment that will raise your vibration just a little. If you would only take the whatever, instead of the inkling, the inspiration, the get yourself to do it. You know? Sometimes like one of my counselors would say, well, do opposite action. If you're feeling really blue today and you feel yourself like walking like that, that's when I would force the shoulders back. Smile a little. I feel like trudging up these stairs. Let's jog instead. And you'll find your spirit start to lift. And then I also noticed that there's a part of me that doesn't want my spirits to lift, that wants to stay there in the dark. What in the world is that about? You know, and then I ask, like, what benefit do I get from staying in this place? How does this benefit me? Well, I guess there's a part of me that really, really doesn't know how to get the love and attention I want and need. So maybe if I'm really sick, somebody will bring me soup or something. And somebody did. So yeah, but just recognizing you and recognizing that you are a lovable being and that you have it within you to take care of you in a way that feels good. And when you do, it feels good. And it inspires others to do the same. You know, and autonomy is a word that we've talked about in this group a lot. And I found several pieces of paper that I read during my process of moving. And one of them, that's all it said on it, was autonomy. Oh yeah, that's right. I tend to become codependent and behave codependently and become a caretaker and start trying to take care of every single thing and person around me to the extent that I'm making us all completely nuts. And I know that I do that. I've worked on that a lot. I fall back into the codependent crazies, and I forget that I'm an autonomous being. And that's what I'm after. If you don't know what autonomous means, look it up. But it's being able to stay strong in who you are as a person while being in relationship with others. You know, and that's not like defensive or, you know, I will be me in spite of you. It's not like that. It's I honor myself and who I am, and I honor you and who you are over there. You, autonomous being, I'm not going to, even in my mind, try to form you into who I think you are. I'm just the observer. And I'm going to observe with loving awareness through those rose-colored glasses as often as possible. And seeing the people that come into my world with a sense of awe, like, there's an amazing being that has survived this long. I wonder how they did it. I'm curious. You know? And sharing with one another the ways that we did it, the ways that we continue to do it. Being. And being in a positive way that feels good, and helping each other find what feels good. So my battery's running low. It says I need to plug in. And I don't know if I'm close enough to an outlet.
The only outlet is where that light is.
Well, we only have 10 minutes to go, and I'm just going to close now, early. So take a couple deep breaths in. I hope that you will share a beautiful photograph of yourself with your star in the comments. I would love to see you and your smiling face and your star. So I will share one of myself too. I love you so much. I love myself more than I did yesterday. You thought I meant more than you.
I hope you do.
Right? And I hope you do too. I love you all so much for being here at Aubrey's house with me and sharing this space and making your stars. And thank you. And thank you at home. Share our group. The more the merrier. You know, you can invite your friends to join the group and join us. So we're going to sign off. We'll see you next week. Love yourself a lot. Take care of yourself in beautiful ways. Peace out.